So today I wanted to go over some of the wackier factory presets on the FM3. Now the unit comes with about 380 some odd factory presets, but a lot of them sound like amps. You can hear the ones that sound like amps on my other videos. Today is just wacky. Sometimes with like wacky or epic settings, it just turns into like different kinds of huge reverbs or different kinds of arpeggiators. So here I tried to pick 12 that I thought were relatively unique from each other. If you like what you see here today, please like and subscribe to support the channel. I'd really appreciate it. And here are 12 wacky presets. Alright, so the first one is preset number 128, Galaxy Formation FM3. So I have Scene 3 and possibly Scene 4. Scene 3, what is that about? So a very slow swell. Pretty epic though. Let's see what it sounds like with a whole bunch of notes. That's kind of interesting. You know, it seems like just a wash of stuff, and the chords seem wonderfully epic, as if like, you know, it's like a cutscene or something like that. It's like a slow motion montage of something that's about to happen. Hard to be in a band situation, maybe more of like a recording situation since it's hard to time. Okay, on to scene 145, Emerald Ocean. I have Scene 2, No Crystals. I kind of find the crystal thing a little played out at this point. So this kind of does what the last one did with the swell, but it's a bit more like a natural sounding volume swell as opposed to something that takes a while. Cool. Kind of haunting. It's a more usable version of the last one. A little bit more like I would put this in a band. You know, you could have it be an epic, you know, a lot of these are going to be epic bridges. But yeah, you could make that an epic bridge for sure. So next up, preset 146. I'll just go like that. Scene anything I have. So, okay, well, C minor. Okay. Let's do it C minor. Okay, let's do it with a chord. Little too nuts for me. Little too nuts for me there. Sounds like a bunch of, like, I don't know, robotic gerbils eating something. Let's see if we slow down the tempo, if it does anything. So this is definitely one that you'd want to like maybe tempo match with the drummer, you know, like they're dictating the rhythm. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you definitely want to, because if you get out of time with that, which is very easy to do, I imagine, it's going to be pretty awkward for how much that delays. But I could see that being kind of like a background thing. A lot of these are gonna, you know, it's like you know, when you see those pop tracks with like, or producers with like 100 tracks, and it's just like these little things that pop in every now and again. This could be one of like 10 tracks in a chorus, probably, if it was in C minor. So That's 146. Next up, 154. Blade Runner, lighter or leader? I'm not sure. E minor. Let's do it. All right, so maybe not chords, just because a lot of these things don't really love chords, unless they're just like randomly epic. But if there's a lot of stuff going on, like arpeggiating, it doesn't seem to love them. All right, let's see what happens when we slow it down. Wow. If you miss a note, it's the most embarrassing thing because there's so much going on. As soon as you hit one note, there's like a million things happening. And if you miss one, it's just the worst. So I have here also scene 3. Pretty cool stuff. Nice ambient feature. You definitely have to not think like I'm making a guitar part. You definitely have to think I'm making a patch. You know, I'm making a mood for a part of a song. All right, so 158, scene 2 is what I have. All right, 158, wind chimes, wah and trem. Again, not hold chords. It's very, very hopeful. It just gets more and more hopeful till you end up there. I could see it being like, if you, because it's all major chords, if you did like a 1 6 2 5 and then 4. It kind of has a little riff in it, you know. And if, let's see if is that a tempo thing or is that just always that tempo? No, so it's a movable thing depending on the tempo. It's obviously its own riff. It's, you know, you can, another instrument can take that melody. That being said, you probably wouldn't want to use it in more than one area of one song, and definitely one song per set because it is such a distinct melody. It's cool though. I could definitely see it. You know, again, it's a tricky one because you can not rely on the software to do exactly what it's doing, because it's such a clear melody. But you know, it starts to become one of those like, oh, I have to bring up that preset if I want to play this song, and that can get a little difficult. Next up, we have preset 162. What is that? Poltergeist Pig. Peppa Pig's evil cousin. Right, so I even got a warning on the CPU that it was going too high. A lot of these weirder ones use way too much CPU. Let's see what it sounds like up high. That sounds creepy. That's like if a young Buckethead was starting now, and if you don't know who Buckethead is, that's just a YouTube or Google away. That's pretty terrifying. It's like if you eat too much spicy food or something. Ugh. Good to know that I could make the soundtrack for a haunted house if I want to. Although, again, I would not use this live because the CPU usage, as you can see, is like, lower, almost to mid 80s sometimes, which is like, oh, cool, I could just like overwhelm the Fractal and have to restart it. Not exactly what I'm trying to do. So home recording, totally. 177, Satan Jr.'s Hollow. I have E minor, A minor, and D minor. Let's just stick with E minor. Pretty cool. As you can see again, though, CPU usage is through the roof. You can kind of use chords. It kind of just feels like you're two guitar players in a 80s shred band or something like that. One's holding the power chords and one's like sweeping and tapping like crazy. Does it slow down though? So if I wanted to make like a, some sort of moody background thing for like an art film, sure. Like Koyaanisqatsi or something like that, if you've ever saw that. That's Philip Glass making stuff that kind of sounds like this. Sure. I could see like some, a video about like wacky fish that glow in the dark or something to that. Sure. Maybe affect it a little bit more. Or I guess maybe in the background a bit more, but sure. All right, so 189. Triad Harmonies. Does it work as a chord? Whoa. No, it doesn't. Okay. I have not exactly a pedal steel, so I imagine I went like this. Yeah, not exactly a pedal steel. Kind of cute for a second. I could see that getting kind of annoying. It's not like the most useful. It's not the most useful thing, but I could see, if you time it right, I could see it being kind of useful. Maybe. I could see that being sort of a thing. Again, not something you'd want to keep the entire song. Next up, 201, Tracking Ringmods. Sweet. Whoops. This one seems like one you could just play a descending chromatic lick, not even lick, just scale. It almost sounds more right. It's one of these ones where you'd really want to be going through a PA and not like plugging into an amp or something like that, because you'd probably explode your amp. I always like Ringmods though; they're always kind of fun. Although again, kind of a one or maybe two songs per set. I always appreciate a good Ringmod though. I have no idea what a good Ringmod sounds like, but this one sounds fine to me. So next one, 205. Haunting Echoes. Okay. So I kind of like it. It's kind of like a more human approach to a volume pedal where it's not exactly like an even tremolo or anything like that. I don't really love the sound of that. This sounds nice though. I could see getting a headache or dizzy, or appreciating the coolness of it. Definitely a nice intro, nice bridge. Intro to a chorus, first 4 bars. It'd be a little frustrating to do live, solely because it's, at its whatever its own pace is. Certainly has a mood though. Again, probably better by itself. Let's see if BPM affects it though. No. So I wonder if you could do that manually, do it yourself, but I'm not sure, so we'll move on. 228, scene 3. What is this? Ah, good old synth. Let's just try a few of these. So there's Zamfir. That's fine, although that sound kind of bugs me to no end. So let's try the next one. I like how there's no attack, so I could just do like an Yngwie harmonic minor run. That I enjoy. I could do that all day. Oh no. That is fun. All right. Prog Duo. How certainly prog. Again, if you're doing like some home, scoring for a UFO film, that'd be it. I could see that being pretty UFO-y. Kind of annoying though. Kind of annoying sounding, honestly. But again, UFO thing sounds just right. Let's see here. Last one, 248. Music box. What was I thinking? Let's see. Chords work? No, not really. Does it slow down with the BPM? This one I actually kind of like. It's like clearly an arpeggiator, but you're not offended by it, or at least I'm not. It just seems to have like a sentimental-ish kind of melody. Alright, let's try Tiny Symphony. Pretty annoying up top. The low notes are nice though. Pretty nice and peaceful. All right, let's give that a rest. So there you have 12 of my favorite wackier factory presets on the Fractal FM3. Some of them quirkier than others, and some of them better for like live use, and some better for at home where you don't really mind if things go awry. I hope you enjoyed checking some of those out with me. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all next week.